before we get into these matchups, I don't know why I said the same thing twice.
What is up, and welcome back to Bills Mafia Monastery. I'm Curtis Metzen, back with Matt Hooftalon. If you saw us last week, you know who we are. We appreciate you for coming back. On your way through the door, leave a like. We appreciate it.
Last week's episode, we got deep into the AFC East. We broke down the Dolphins, the Jets, the Bills, and the Patriots. And we thought what a season outlook would look like. And for this week's episode, me and Curtis thought it would be a good idea to go deep into this week's matchups. We're going to pick our locks for the week, our underdogs of the week, and we're going to give a scorecard and takeaways for each matchup. And I hope that you guys are able to take away something from this episode. And if you haven't already, go back and watch the first episode. Check that out. Make sure you guys don't miss out on any spoilers. But we're going to go really deep into this. And if you can, go ahead and grab yourself an ice cold beer. It's a Thursday, September 5th. The Chiefs and the Ravens kick it off tonight. And kick back for this video. Get ready for this good time.
So before we get into it, little key details. So every single week, we are going to be doing this exact thing where we go through every game of the week and take our picks. So there are going to be 16 games per week, and then once the buys go in, it gets a little iffy. But we are going to be also doing lock of the week, which is going to be doubling down on a game. And you're putting 2 points on the line for it. If that game misses, 2 points gone. And
yeah, we don't want to take accountability for that first off. So if you're wrong on your picks and you based your pick off of us, we are not responsible.
Handle responsibly. And then also an interesting one is going to be the underdog of the week, where we pick any team that has the underdog odds.
What we're most confident in. Which under is the most confident.
Mm-hmm. But with all that being said, let's hop into our picks.
So before we get into the first matchup of the week, we're going to have 3 key takeaways from every single one. And we're going to try to make it short and sweet so you guys don't get bored to death listening to every single match. I know we're Buffalo Bills Monastery and you guys are here for Buffalo Bills content. And we are too. But we're going to break down every single one so you guys can have a good idea of what's to come from every single week. So Ravens Chiefs kick off the NFL season. We got 3 key takeaways for this game, I think, that are the most important. From least important to most important, I think it's going to go Ravens got Derrick Henry. He's going to be running a lot. I know they're going to utilize him. That's definitely a big upgrade from Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. So with those 2 being gone and Derrick Henry being in the mix, they're definitely going to be utilizing him. You got Zach Orr as a new defensive coordinator. You got 3 new starting linemen on the Ravens. I know I'm emphasizing the Ravens a little more, and that's why I have them winning 31-28 in the rematch of the AFC Championship. This might be a long-ass video.
Yeah, and to be blunt, I mean, I know that the Chiefs are a fantastic team when it comes to the postseason, but week 1, I think that there's a little bit too much star power on the Ravens side. I think I'm going with you on that.
I do have Ravens kind of having a vengeance. Lamar needs to make this or get right game. If you lose the AFC Championship to a team and then get a rematch in week 1, you need to make it right.
Yep.
You need to make it right.
And with that, on to the next matchup.
On to the next one.
Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. Going into this game, it's tough. You got Saquon Barkley. You get that run game on Philadelphia is incredible. I mean, that's going to be really tough, but with the young Packers who are upcoming, you can kind of go either way with it, but I just got to go with the pure star power of it. Week 1, you don't know how it's going to go. You don't know how the chemistry is going to go, and the Green Bay Packers, they rely a lot on that chemistry, where the Eagles, they just run straight.
Good take. I appreciate that take. I think I'm a little different, though. Packers have a new DB, McKinney. He's going to be matched up right next to Jared Alexander. That's going to be an interesting thing you want to definitely look at. It's going to be in Brazil, so this is considered an Eagles game, home game. It's going to be off their schedule, but it's going to be in Brazil. Bills fans know a little bit too well of that feeling. London, Jaguars, we know about it. But I think the Eagles shouldn't necessarily make an excuse that it's in Brazil already. And I think they should more so make an excuse that they rested every single starter every single preseason game this season.
It's true.
And I think that's going to play a huge factor. It's in Brazil. You don't know what to expect. I think the Packers make work of the Eagles, considering they sat their starters their entire preseason, and they play sloppy due to it. It's happened before. I had the Packers 28, Eagles 13.
Damn.
So we got the Panthers and the Saints. I am so happy I looked at your screen and saw the Panthers and Saints because I was looking right at the Bengals and the Patriots. All right. All right. Panthers, Saints. This is an interesting one because Panthers are certainly not a good team. I wouldn't consider the Saints to be much better. But I think the key thing is that Panthers this offseason have shown everyone that they're rebuilding their team to be a run-heavy game with Bryce Young throwing passes occasionally right after they run it with Brooks, but he's out for a little while after his ACL tear.
Xavier Legette.
Yeah, Xavier Legette. But the thing is if the Panthers just come out slinging the ball every single time, which is what I expect to actually happen this matchup because they don't have Brooks, I think the Saints are they're gonna take this one. I think Panthers will look better this season than they did last season, but just without Brooks, without the consistency that they're looking for, I think Saints take it 21-10.
Yeah, I got no disagreements with you there. The Panthers, they're not a good team. Defense, offense, I don't know their special teams, but they got issues. I'm gonna have to go with the Saints here as well.
And can I start this next one for you? I think it's the Vikings Giants. Yes. Okay. This is a tough one. I'm glad that this is the next one, right after the Saints and Panthers. We can just get these two out of the way. These are the two worst matchups in the entire week, ladies and gentlemen. This is such a tough one. I just don't know who's going to win the field goal battle. I don't see Danny Dimes doing much. And I don't see Sam Darnold showing off either. Maybe it's a running game in the making, or maybe it's just something I should be more aware of these two teams have to offer. But I have the scoreline Vikings 10, Giants 6. You got no JJ McCarthy. I know they still have Justin Jefferson, but it's Sam Darnold. I just don't have much faith in him.
Have we run into your lock of the week or underdog of the week yet?
No.
Sometime later.
So, with that being said.
That being said, your lock is on this?
With that being said, I believe that Danny Dimes and Malik Neighbors are going to connect hard. Oh,
I get it.
It's going to be
beautiful. You have neighbors on your fantasy team. I get it.
After the fumbling.
You're trying to be optimistic.
This has nothing to do with that. For one. And for two, I think that after the preseason, Daniel Jones maybe a little bit. I mean, he was just made fun of pretty universally. That was bad.
Not wrong.
The interception right at the end zone. Ooh.
I know we're doing.
The pick six. That's tough. And he got a lot of internet slapping aroundage from that. So I think he's gonna want to come out strong. He's got a new wide receiver. I think that they take this. My underdog pick of the week is the New York Giants.
That's an underdog pick. What's their odds?
The Vikings are minus 124 favorites.
Right.
So they're not heavy favorites, but
So the Giants are plus what?
the Giants are plus
Are even,
106. Plus 106.
Oh, basically.
Yeah,
Like it's just 6 off of being even.
You have the spread is 1.5.
Right. On to the next.
Yeah, on to the next.
All right. So right off the bat, this is one of my locks / underdog picks of the week. We'll mention that. Chase has missed several practices over the season, and I don't really have much to say about the
No
Patriots.
way. Is this supposed to be your underdog?
Patriots are a lock for a top 3 pick next draft. I see multiple touchdowns and multiple field goals. Bengals 27, Patriots 3, Bengals lock.
Wow. That is strong. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. The Bengals, as of late, have not had strong showings in the beginning of the season, but I mean, it really can't get much better than this. You know, hey, you take this for a week one. I'm going Bengals here with you.
I'd rather play the Patriots than the Cardinals.
That.
Is that a hot take?
I don't know. You guys let us know if that's a hot take. I think I'd rather play. Yeah, no, I'd rather play the Patriots than the Cardinals. I think, yeah.
All right, Marvin Harrison debut. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins do not have good history with us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean,
You know what I'm talking about.
Hail Mary.
I ain't saying
Hail
it.
Mary.
Yeah.
On to the next.
The next one, I like that. So at the time of this recording, it is 5:10 p.m. And about half an hour to an hour ago, we got breaking news that Russell Wilson's calf is having some trouble and he's going to be limited for practice this week. I don't think that's really going to change much of my prediction. I have my key takeaways are Kirk Cousins coming off an injury, which I don't think is actually going to play as much as a role as some people might think.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, Drake London could finally show he's a top 10 wide receiver in the league. He hasn't had a quarterback to really show him that. So I'm hyping up the Falcons right now. I'm picking them 17-13. But I also have in there that I think Bijan Robinson, and he's on my fantasy, is going to struggle against the Steelers line. So, but in the end, I have an edge to improve Falcons at home over the Steelers.
And now Justin Fields playing. I don't see that changing really much.
It's not guaranteed.
I have the Falcons winning no matter the quarterback.
Right.
I think we're gonna go different ways on this one.
Oh yeah, we are. There's no way that yours is similar to mine. There's no way.
Alright, well, Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. We got the Strouds versus the Richardsons. I really think that there's just a heap of talent over there in Texan land. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Houston here. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm not going to be biased at all. I think CJ Stroud's overrated. Stephon Diggs won 17 receptions for 16 targets. And Anthony Richardson's debut with Adonai Mitchell's debut. I have Colts 42, Texans 7.
Holy, that is tough.
Not biased at all.
We'll see if that take ages well.
Yeah, I think Stephon won 17 catches for 16 targets.
That's probably what he wants.
Yeah.
Did you see he was getting mad in that preseason game that he wasn't? I just saw on the sidelines he was flipping out at CJ Stroud. That was kind of crazy.
I saw him like doing a workout machine, and I think the thing broke on him and it hit him in the leg or something. And he was working on it, and it was like Pat McAfee talking about it and whatnot.
I think I saw that too. Yeah.
But yeah, Donnie Mitchell and Anthony Richardson debut. I have the Colts win that by a mile.
Adonai.
Not like I have Anthony Richardson on my fantasy team or anything. All right, this is the match we're all been waiting for. This is the most important one of the week.
Yo. Well, I'll start for sure. Wee woo. This is my lock of the week. Buffalo Bills, Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to have to lock in the Arizona Cardinals here to take a W. No. That would have been funny though. No, this is where I'm gonna go ahead and have to take the Buffalo Bills here with the victory. And Josh Allen, I know this is Marvin Harrison Jr.'s debut game, but I think that the Buffalo Bills defense, even with DeMar Hamlin at safety, will prevail. You?
Fair assessment. First off, I want to mention this. This is the Bills and Arizona game. I want you guys to go down below and think about what you guys think is your lock and your underdog of the week and compare it to ours. And also for the Bills and the Arizona game, I want to see what you guys think about the key takeaways for your guys' take on this. Imagine you guys were here on this podcast. Maybe one day you will be. See what you guys think. Go ahead and drop a comment. And while you're at it, like.
Yeah.
All right. Josh Allen's first game without Stephon Diggs. You got Marvin Harrison's debut. And Kyler Murray is known to spoil plans. I'm not a biased Bills fan. I'm a biased Texans fan. If Bills win, it's going to need to be a gritty. Whoever has less turnovers in the end wins this game. That's my take on it. Like, if Josh Allen wants to heed the ball, it's not going to end up well. You want to play smart. You want to take advantage of their mistakes. They don't have a good defense. I think it's 28-24. Bills. I would like to be optimistic about that. I think Bills can win us. But from what I've read online, I just don't like what people say.
If we're doing a point prediction on that, I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna go 24 to 13. 24 to 13. Tennessee Titans, Chicago Bears.
I'll start this one. Curtis Catson. Caleb Williams' debut. It's a slow start to the Bears offense, in my opinion. I think the Bears defense isn't versatile enough to cover Hopkins, Ridley, and Tyler Boyd, the new addition. I have the Titans winning this 35, Bears 17. Keep it sweet and simple.
This was in competition very heavily for my underdog pick of the week, but certain things just steered me away from it. But this is for sure one that I personally, gamble at your own risk, but I have put a little bit of money down that the Tennessee Titans will pull this out for sure. But with this pick, I'm gonna have to just use my brain a little bit. We got Caleb Williams, who was looking hot during the preseason. There's a lot of hype around him. A lot of people have him in their top 10 quarterbacks list, and he hasn't played a snap in the NFL. So I'm gonna have to go with the Bears here. I'm not gonna feel too bad about it if I'm wrong, but with the weapons surrounding him, I gotta pick the Bears here.
All right, we got the Dolphins Jags. This is a pretty simple one for me. You got no Bradley Chubb. Jalen Phillips is coming off an Achilles tear. I think Dolphins, even though those two things are haunting them, I think the Dolphins just have a massive speed advantage on offense. And that's going to make the key takeaway for this game. Dolphins 24, Jags 17.
You had me thinking there for a second that you were gonna make a pick towards the Jacksonville Jaguars. But yeah, I gotta join you there. We got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I think even with Josh Allen, Hines on the other side.
Ooh, I like this one.
I don't like this one. This one.
I'll start this one.
Go either way, yeah.
So this is Bo Nix's debut. I am very familiar with Bo Nix in college when he played for Oregon. He played over 300 games in college, and I've seen so many analysts talk about how it's in Seattle. The last time this happened, Geno Smith said, "Oh, I didn't write back to all the haters," and all that stuff. But the real concern is that the DBs on Broncos are new to their assignments. You got only one veteran that's returning, who is Patrick Surtain, but every other person who's a DB on there, including their safeties, is all new to their assignments. With that being said, I also believe that Bo Nix, considering how much experience he had in college and being away, he could handle an away game in Seattle. I think this will be a really close game. I think it's underrated. I have the Broncos winning 22 to Seahawks 21.
Wow.
It's an underdog pick. But it's not my underdog pick.
No. An underdog pick. Yeah, with this one, I'm gonna go Seahawks here. There's a lot of stuff to figure out in Denver, and I think that the Seahawks are gonna come in with a little bit of extra chemistry. The season behind them coming into this, I think that's gonna carry them through. But W week 1.
It's worth noting that there's no Keenan Allen, no Mike Williams, no Austin Eckler, who's really the star player for the Chargers anymore.
True.
That's crazy. We lost Stephon, yeah, but imagine being a Chargers fan. You lost Keenan, Mike, and Austin in one offseason.
Yeah, that is an absolute overhaul at wide receiver and running back.
Dude, that's the offense in general.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler, even when they were all there, was their number one. And Keenan Allen's good. He's just injury prone. Mike Williams in the same conversation.
But who cares? Because they're all gone.
Yeah, I guess I'm already. Those are my key takeaways. Jim Harbaugh's debut with the Chargers. Ladd McConkey will have a mediocre game, and Adams will make it happen late, with Gardner barely making things work. Raiders 16, Chargers 10.
And that right there is damn near identical to what I got. I'm 100% with you there. We're matching picks.
Hard to imagine any other way.
Who's really underdogs? They're underdogs.
But like, who's to say like, oh yeah, Chargers are fine with all three of those players? That's like as if the Bills lost James Cook, Stephon Diggs,
and Gabe Davis.
I mean Gabe Davis is fair. Yeah, Mike Williams. Yeah, yep. I like this one. I want to start this one.
Yeah, do it.
This is the one I told you about.
And this, I gotta pick for this one too.
All right. This one I kind of went a little bit deeper on because I'm excited for it. You got a rookie right tackle in Tyler Gunton will be matched up against Myles Garrett the whole damn night. What more has to be said from that? Cowboys added no one off the offseason. Zeke doesn't count. And in their last 6 matchups last season, their 6 matchups they had against the top 10 defense, like the Browns last season, and they have the same roster as last season, they went 3-3. Oh, their 3 wins? The Jets, the Patriots, and the Panthers. A team that has nobody on offense.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna win it. The Jets didn't have Aaron Rodgers, the Patriots had fucking Mac Jones, and the Panthers were a struggling Bryce Young. So of course they should win those 3 matchups. But all the other 3 matchups that they had, top 10 defenses, lost all 3. They're the same roster. Browns 28, Cowboys 14.
Damn.
That Tyler Gunton guy, we matched up against Myles Garrett, and he's a rookie. Good luck with that, champ.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is again where we're gonna differ a little bit. I love the fact that everything is going towards the Browns way, which is just further reason why I'm picking the Cowboys here. You know, Dak Prescott is gunning for a new contract. This is his first game. I think that he's going to try to make a statement here. CeeDee Lamb just got number 1 wide receiver money. I think that that is a duo that is going to try to be wreaking havoc. That I'm not gonna lie, that is a team that I am gonna say is gonna make the playoffs.
You're wrong. You are so wrong, Curtis.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You keep your eyes on your own spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the record will say. We'll see, buddy.
All right, Commanders will win the NFC West or whatever, that division. Commanders will win it. Yep. And speaking of, Commanders will win this division.
You think they're gonna win this game?
No.
No.
If I still haven't won the division.
So you're not that confident in that statement, is what you're saying.
I'm confident, but the thing is, my confidence starts to disappear when I start thinking about the Commanders' DBs.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it starts getting questionable. You got Jaden Daniels' debut right here, and it has a whole lot of extra baggage weight. Commanders have made it to the playoffs back in 2020, but have yet to have a positive record since 2016. I think the Commanders will have a nice showing on offense. I think Jaden Daniels will show people that he is actually a good quarterback. But I can't make much faith in their pass defense, especially when you see Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on the other side of the field. They're great wide receivers.
Yeah.
Buccaneers 27, Commanders 17. It will be a good game.
Yeah. And I'm with you. I love the whole Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. I'd love to see that work, and I really do want to see that work. I
think the Commanders will have a better showing than the Bears will.
You think there's a lot of people picking Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams for Rookie of the Year?
Right.
There's a lot, and I can see that. I can see it for sure. But yeah, I'm with you on this pick right here. Going Bucks.
Sweet.
And
Glad to see
now this brings us to Sunday Night Football.
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah, this is
Do you
gonna
want
be
to
a
start
good
this
one.
one?
You got the research behind you, man. Fucking starter.
I know. I've done a lot, man. I'm excited
and I
for this.
appreciate that, dude. I really do.
Before we get into Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football, I want to pause real quick and just thank everyone for sticking around, being around this long, lengthy episode. There's been plenty of fucking bloopers. It is very much a work in progress.
This is a
But
long
the
recording.
people that are around and sticking around for this, you guys are much appreciated. And if you could just spread the word, I mean, you'd be a wonderful person.
Mhm.
There'd be one good doing of the day.
Yep, and
But to
speaking
get
of
into
that,
Sunday football, go ahead.
Speaking of that, let's get into our sponsors for the day. Sponsored by us. Shout out to us for sponsoring
Yep.
us. Sunday Night Football. Take her away.
Yeah. We got the Rams and Lions, and right off the bat, I'm going to say this will be the game of the week. Rams lost in the playoffs last year, 24-23 against this team.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was a very heartbreaking one. I felt it, and I'm not even a Rams fan. Like it was a good game to watch, even if you're not even a football fan. But that game, that playoff game, will play a lot of what's to come on Sunday night. Rival in the making. I'm calling it. I have the Rams winning in a close shootout, and it will resurface this entire rivalry. Even though they're in completely separate divisions, they are going to be headhunting each other now.
This is a very almost storied rivalry at this point with Jared Goff and Matt Stafford.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with you on that pick. I got the Rams winning here. I like everything they got going on. Obviously, they lose 99, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yep. But with the loss of Aaron Donald, I don't think that's going to be as much of a hindrance as people think they are. They got good coaching over there. They got good drafting over there. I believe in the Rams.
This game feels more like a movie, man. A storyline with a plot, with antagonists, with a protagonist. Let's just break it down. The Jets, if you remember, head coach Robert Saleh served as a 49ers defensive coordinator for 4 years, 17 to the 2020 season. Aaron Rodgers was not shy to show his disappointment back in 2005 draft when the 49ers passed on drafting him. There's some beef in that. Jets just signed former 49ers defensive tackle and probably, in my opinion, soon to be all-pro, Javon Kinlaw, whom has been with the 49ers since the 2020 draft. So they stole his player. Both teams have dealt with player drama and holding out practices. Jets not knowing if edge rusher Hassan Reddick would join them. And Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams both had to renegotiate contracts over the offseason, which has left drama in the air and less practice on the field. Rodgers' first game in Jets green. I think with all this story and all this drama that has transpired during this offseason between both teams, Rodgers will make things right. Jets wants to show their fans they're still a Super Bowl contender. I have as the underdog of the pick of the week, Jets 24, 49ers 16. Parentheses, even though I had the Broncos winning in their plus 2020 odds, I don't feel as confident to put the Broncos as my under of the week.
That's fair.
The Jets.
Yep. Yeah, and that's where I differ. I do not believe in this New York Jets team. I think that they do have a great roster, but they're the Jets. It's gonna go wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the safe pick here with San Fran.
San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
Fair, man. Fair. And that concludes it.
And that is the end.
You guys have reached the video, and the people who have reached the end of this video, we appreciate you. We cannot say it enough. If we said it every single second of this video, it still wouldn't be enough. We are just starting, and any single person, even if it's one person, two people, if it's your cat or dog, it counts as a trillion. You guys are amazing people for coming in here, and there's tons of other YouTubers you could be watching for this content, and we have been putting in the work for the research. This is not just a bland throw it onto the piece of paper and have some sort of stupid YouTube. We are putting the work, and we look forward to doing it every single week going forward, as long as you guys can show some sort of love.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys stay safe out there, and until the next episode, see ya.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.